The film tells the story of a woman named Rafi who is visiting her regular psychiatrist. They discuss relationship issues as Rafi has repeatedly failed in her relationships with men. The psychiatrist can only support her and provide solutions to her problems. Meanwhile, a young man named Dave, along with his wild friends, wants to teach a lesson to a girl who betrayed him by smearing cake on her face. As a result, they are chased by the girls' group that night. Dave plans to go to the cinema with his crush. There, he meets his old friend named Randall, who turns out to be Rafi's friend. They introduce themselves, and sparks of love ignite between them. Afterward, they end up hanging out together. Dave also tells them that he is not dating anyone. They are just friends. This annoys his female friend a bit, and Rafi and Dave have exchanged phone numbers behind the scenes. That night, Dave tries to call her, but he still has doubts in his heart. He is afraid and shy, but eventually, he gathers the courage to ask Rafi to meet up. Rafi, who lives in a pretty nice apartment, picks him up there, and they have dinner together. However, Rafi asks Dave about his age. At first, Dave hesitates to answer because he's afraid Rafi might back off and not want to be with him. But eventually, he honestly says he's 23 years old. Despite this, Rafi feels comfortable around Dave. They go in search of a quieter place to get closer. Rafi recounts this moment to the psychiatrist, her face beaming with happiness and enthusiasm. The psychiatrist shares in her joy, asking about the age of Rafi's partner. From here on, their relationship might feel more complicated because the psychiatrist turns out to be Dave's mother. It's truly unexpected. Dave also reveals that he's in a relationship with a woman older than him and wants to be serious about it. However, his mother is against their relationship. The next day, Rafi returns to the psychiatrist. Here, Rafi's mother asks for more details about Rafi's lover, such as where he lives, his age, and his occupation. The results match with her son. That night, Dave's mother starts to panic as this is something unusual and not right. Moreover, their relationship is not smooth sailing, compounded by the fact that her son is involved with her own patient. Every day, Rafi talks about her lover, who is none other than Dave, causing Dave's mother to worry. While Dave prefers living with his grandparents, their apartment is going to be borrowed by their friends, so they ask Dave to find another place to live temporarily. Dave doesn't want to live with his parents because he feels restricted, especially since he needs peace for his painting. Learning this, Rafi wants to see Dave's paintings, which turn out to be quite good and potentially earn him money. So, Rafi wants to help him and introduce him to one of her friends. This could be advantageous for Dave, especially since he's still in college and needs a significant amount of money. Their relationship has been going on for at least 2 months now, and Dave is currently living with Rafi temporarily. But what actually happens makes Rafi annoyed. Dave's job is just watching TV and hanging out, never tidying up the house until one day Rafi discovers a painful truth. Dave's mother tells Rafi that she is currently in a relationship with her son. At first, Rafi doesn't quite understand. Then she realizes that Dave's mother is saying this for their own good. They have a significant age gap, and it's unlikely to work out in the future. Rafi wants marriage, but Dave, who is still young, doesn't have a job, let alone the ability to support her. The situation starts to get chaotic. Rafi never expected this to happen, and Dave gets angry at his own mother. The situation worsens when Dave brings his friend to Rafi's apartment. When Rafi returns, they argue, and Dave's behavior becomes more childish. Eventually, they decide to take a break and reflect on themselves. However, amidst the sadness, there's a blessing for Dave as Rafi, who owns an art gallery. One of her friends wants to see Dave's paintings. She is interested and willing to buy the painting at a high price. Dave wants to share this good news with Rafi, but unfortunately, he can't reach her. The money from selling Dave's painting is used to buy a small apartment there, which will become his and his friend's headquarters. That night, he takes his friends to unwind by going to a nightclub. In the end, Dave ends up having hormone activities with a girl there, who turns out to be Rafi's friend. Several weeks later, Rafi and Dave meet at a supermarket. They start exchanging glances and end up having hormone activities. In the end, they reconcile and get back together. Dave begins to talk to his mother about wanting to have a serious relationship with Rafi. His mother eventually relented and suggested having dinner together with Rafi. Everything went smoothly. Rafi seemed fine with Dave's family. But the problem resurfaced. The girl who was with Dave at the nightclub accidentally mentioned the events of that night. Rafi heard about it at her workplace. As a result, Rafi got angry with Dave, and their relationship cracked again. Dave talked to his mother, and she advised him that life is not just about love but also about responsibility and, more importantly, how we deal with it. Dave went to Rafi's apartment and apologized. He admitted he was wrong and made a mistake. 8 months passed since then. Dave has been able to earn his own money, and one day he forgot his hat in a cafe. There he saw Rafi with her friends, possibly with her new lover. Their relationship had ended. They decided to part ways and pursue their own relationships. They once had a story, and that story would always remain with them.